And obviously it's a home World Cup for England. In 2003, you guys probably about as far away as possible as you could be from it. How much of a difference do you think that makes it being a home one rather than playing abroad for it?
Yeah, it makes it different. We played a bit at home in '99, and in some ways it's difficult because you can't get away from it. You're always in your home country. When you get on the plane and get there, it's sort of that's the official start point. So I think playing at Twickenham will be a huge bonus. Obviously, a huge plus for the players. They've got to handle the whole being at home thing, but that's what you have to handle in World Cups: the pressure, the expectation. Everyone will want to talk about it. Everyone will have been talking about it for the last year and a half anyway. Plus, so the commercial pressure, the media pressure will be huge. But that's Test rugby. You've got to deal with it. And ultimately, as a player, I think if you work out that the only bit that really counts is what you do on the field.
And looking at that, Paul, everyone obviously talks about Wales and Australia, but we saw in 2003 with Samoa that sometimes it's the other nations that can surprise you. And Fiji on Friday night here at Twickenham could be a difficult proposition for England.
Yeah, it's scary to play those guys because they can play. They can really. They'll always have good athletes, good players. They can all play with the ball. We played Samoa in 2003. We were 10-0 down. We hadn't touched the ball for 20 minutes. Winning a World Cup seemed quite a long way away. So Fiji on the opening night, and everyone will be talking about England and then Australia, Wales in this pool. And the easy thing for the Fijian guys to say, wait, don't forget about us because we can do a bit too. So they'll be revved up for that game. So it makes it good for England. It's not a soft sort of beginning. They're straight into it. They're going to have to play well right from the start because if you don't, you could be 10-0 down to Fiji after 25 minutes and, suddenly getting to a World Cup final seems a long way away then. You've got to fight. You're always in the here and now with the World Cup and dealing with it. So it's an exciting game actually for an opener. It really is.
And obviously the big thing that's been spoken about this week, we heard from Stuart Lancaster, the discipline of the squad. Obviously he's without Manu Tuolangi, Dylan Hartley's been cited. Do you empathise him with that situation, the fact he's lost perhaps 2 of his starting 15 for the tournament?
Yeah, look, I think it's just a bit sad because it's unnecessary all round for the players, for the squad. But, I think Stuart's made the right call and those players have put him in that position and he's made the call, I think, and he's made the right one. So the squad will move on, they'll get on with it. But any game, any tournament, it's not about who's not there, it's about who is there. So for players it's pretty obvious. If you don't know what the line is, then you'll probably find out pretty quick. But, just get on with it, keep yourself out of trouble and get yourself in the squad.
And obviously in the build-up to 2003, your form, certainly against the Southern Hemisphere sides, was phenomenal. Do you think England have defeated them enough to get the momentum necessary to challenge for the World Cup?
Well, it's a home World Cup. We've not won away in the Southern Hemisphere for a few years, but we're not playing them away, so we're playing them at home. Yes and no. I think you'd always like to have won more games, but when we've seen 11 with France getting there and 07 with England guys getting there, it doesn't always matter. It's they're one-off games, and where the world of rugby is, a lot of these teams can beat each other on any given day. So we're really going to have to wait until we get to the game and watch it to find out what's going to happen. I don't think anyone could sit here now and tell you what the quarter-final lineup would be with any real confidence. That's exciting. That's good.
And a final one, obviously, there's lots of teams who fancy their chances. Ireland coming off the back of the Six Nations Southern Hemisphere side. Where would you rate England in terms of the favourites for the tournament?
I'd put them in that whole group with Ireland, with Wales, with Australia, with Argentina, France, because they're all. If they all played each other, you'd say, okay, odds are here, but you wouldn't be entirely sure who's going to win. Then you had the sort of pressure of a World Cup, which can change things. I think that's exciting. You mentioned Ireland. I mean, it's their best chance to get to a semi-final and therefore a final, probably ever. A, with where the team is, and B, with the way the draw is. They've got a real shot. But if you don't produce, you don't play well early on, talk of winning it is a long way away. I mean, everyone wants to know who can win it. You've got to get to that last game to win it. You get knocked out in the quarter-final. It's a long tournament at World Cup, and it can seem like a different season by the time you get to the end from the start. A lot can change, a lot can happen. So for all those teams, really, it's just focus on the now and those first games.